Hello. Today I'm going to discuss the facts and myths of pit bulls. Pits are known to be one of the worst dogs out there, but that's actually just a big misunderstanding. And today I'm going to put some clarification out there just so people will have a better understanding of what pit bulls are. Pit bulls are actually just as friendly as any other dog. Just like I said, they're just misunderstood. I'd like to start out my speech with a quote I found by Clayton Ruby. What has been accomplished by Ontario's pit bull ban is that the government has been allowed to avoid the more difficult task of regulating human behavior and finding the resources to educate the public. Hi, my name is Justin Watson, and like I mentioned before, I will be discussing the facts and myths of pit bulls, some negativities about pit bulls, as well as some positive things about pit bulls. Pit bulls are widely thought as aggressive, but with every discussion, every debate, just like a coin, there's always two sides to every story. And today I am going to dig deep into point A, point B, and a little bit of point C about facts and myths. So how can some people think that pit bulls are just generally the meanest animal on earth, while others think that pit bulls are just the nicest in the world? It's kind of a thing where people have opinions about something that are just so up in the air, just negative, and some of them are just so up in the air, positive. But today I will be sharing some statistics, some information, and like I mentioned before, a few photographs, and hopefully I'll be able to educate my audience here and you guys out there that are watching today. So I would like to begin just mentioning that I'm going to be free from bias. I think that in order to deliver a speech, one needs to have an open mind to explore every option, and that's what I am going to be doing right now. They do actually have some bad qualities, pit bulls do. It is noted that they do have unstable temperaments. Whether or not if that's true or not, I just thought it was worth mentioning. There are actually some cities out in America where pit bulls are banned completely. One city that my audience actually knows about, East Dubuque, they actually do ban pit bulls completely. I just don't understand how a city could just ban something 100% when they're really not that bad of an animal. Renter's insurance, I'll talk about that for a second. If you have a pit bull or a boxer or any other dog that's quote-unquote aggressive, it makes it kind of difficult to actually find insurance that'll take you. And when you actually do find insurance that will take you, you will notice that the premiums for the insurance policy are substantially higher. Trust me, I actually know this from fact. Pit bulls do have high energy, so they will tend to destroy things. For instance, let's say you step out of your house and you come home. You'll look down on the ground and see your shoes all torn up, and you'll think to yourself, man, I was going to wear those. Or you'll go to your living room and you'll see your couch all messed up. I was going to sit on that. Sometimes, high energy animals need to have an outlet, and unfortunately it's the shoes and furniture that usually pay the price in that scenario. But pit bulls are actually also very friendly. One thing to point out is that they are very loyal, which means that they are very close with owners. And that actually counteracts the aggressive behavior, because they enjoy human company and human contact so much. They can also sense if the owner is in danger, which also probably brings another stereotype why they're so aggressive. If they sense that their owner's in any kind of danger, they will sense that and they will become alert about the situation. I don't want to use the word aggressive, but I will say the word alert. Definitely. Pit bulls love to cuddle. They absolutely love to cuddle. Mine wants to sleep in the bed with me every night. I usually let her, unless there's some nights where it's hot outside and I just obviously can't take the heat. They also think, and this is really true, that they are lap dogs. Now, when I say this, I mean this 100%. My dog is about 85 pounds, and she honestly thinks she weighs 20. And I usually let her, but sometimes it's just too much. They are pit bulls are actually also very athletic, which means they would be very good at doggy sports, such as running around the cones, doing certain tricks like jumps. They are very adept in things like that because they have so much energy. So while I mentioned energy was a negative just previously, it can actually also be a positive. And to add on to that, before I go to my next topic, they provide us owners with good exercise. Since they need to have exercise, it also lets us have exercise, so it's good for us too. And finally, I would like to discuss the facts and myths about pit bulls. So the first thing I'm going to discuss is the whole locking jaw thing that they have. Now, is that a fact or is that a myth? It's actually a myth. Skulls actually have no special mechanism inside of them, so that myth has been busted. And I'm going to show you a picture as soon as I can find one, but I have a pop-up here, so I apologize for the small delay. But pit bulls actually don't have that locking mechanism, so yeah, it has been busted. And a quote by Malcolm Gladwell said, "If you were to compare a pit bull skull to another breed, you can see with the naked eye that there is absolutely no difference between the two." So that is definitely a myth. Another fact or myth is that pit bulls are indirectly aggressive. That is actually also a myth. The same man, Malcolm Gladwell, said the national profiling of pit bulls is equal to today's racial profiling. It actually depends on how the animal was raised, which would make sense with any other animal at the same time. If you come from a good home, you're probably going to be friendly. If you come from a home that's not so friendly, then your guess is as good as mine on that one. Finally, another fact or myth is pit bulls, are they naturally aggressive around other dogs? That is actually a myth as well. Dog aggressiveness and people aggressiveness are two distinctive traits that should not be considered together. So, in conclusion, I hope I have enlightened you guys about pit bulls, the negative things that they have, the positive things that they have, and facts and myths. Overall, I do believe that pit bulls are generally really nice. I think more people should research some information about them just to see if it would be a good fit for you. But generally speaking, and personally speaking, I know that pit bulls are great animals to have. They do have some negative qualities though, like I mentioned. They have the high energy, so if you weren't able to give them that outlet, then they might become destructive. Some good qualities, such as they are very loyal and they are very, lack of a better word, cuddly. And facts and myths have been busted today, such as the whole locking jaw myth. That is definitely busted. Before I end the speech though, I forgot I was going to mention how cuddly these pit bulls can be. This is my dog right here. You probably can't see it on the camera, but it's a picture of my dog laying with my cat. I'll actually bring this up, hopefully. Camera guy, you can tell me if it's in the shot or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got another one right there with my dog sleeping with my cat yet again. So my dog is actually very, very nice, very cuddly, and just really well-run animals, especially cats. So thank you.